Back again, T-Biz here. We got another G.I. Joe classified series figure to check out. This is the Cobra Nemisis Immortal from the Cobra La set back in the day. And it really irks me that that I had this vintage set. It was kind of ratty on the card. I mentioned it before, and like the bubbles were all stapled, but they weren't yellow. They were just stapled on there and stuff. And all the figures were like minty. And then I sold it, man. I kept it and then I sold it because I would just used to purge a lot, purge my collection. Don't really do that so much anymore, but yeah, I used to do that, and I regret that so hardcore, because you might be like, oh, I might be burnt out now, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, and then a few years later, you'll be like, man, I'm really back into this, and then, man, why did I get rid of those? And then, yeah, it happens. But anyways, you know, it's not the end of the world. But before we dip into this guy, we'll go ahead and read the file card. And another thing, too, is when classified series started coming out, you start thinking all these figures that were weird, cool, interesting, or neat throughout the G.I. Joe history that you collected back in the day. And this is definitely one of those figures where I was like, dude, if they get these guys, it'd be awesome if they do that. And they've done it. So yeah, not only like a couple or a few years into the classified series, and we got him, man. So that's freaking awesome. One of the Cobra La guys, which Cobra La is such a weird name for a squad, and G.I. Joe'd them anyways. But yeah, let's go ahead and read that, folks. Let's see, codename Nemisis Enforcer, Cobra La team. So yeah, they say in Cobra La that Globulus created or raised the Nemisis Enforcer from a pile of dead things, and that where his soul should be, there is nothing but emptiness. His leathern wings have beat across the night skies before the Ice Age, as he tirelessly carried out the dark will of his master and creator. Featuring glimpses of his sinister form, gave rise to legends of vampires, harpies, and countless other things that go bump in the night. He can glide silently and land without sound. He is the other presence in the pitch black room. He is the lurker in the dark, just outside your bedroom window. He rattles the garbage cans and can make your floors creak. He is the dread that stands behind you in the dark and dares you to turn and face him. And there's a look at the vintage set, which I used to have, like I said, on card. But anyways, there you go. With, the Royal Guard, Globulus, the leader, or the ruler or leader of the Cobra La team, and good old Nemisis Enforcer. The thing too is, it mentions like, things that go bump in the night. And I remember when I was a kid, we used to have an alleyway between my grandma's house and my house, and you have to go all the way in the middle in the dark. It's, we lived in the suburbs. Anyways, in the middle of the dark, and or dark in the night or whatever, in the middle of the alley or whatever, in the darkness, and I'd go throw away trash and stuff, and I just get so irked out with my imagination that I would just go throw the trash and then run back in the house. And damn well, there's never anything out there but maybe a cat or a squirrel or something, man. More likely just a stray cat. Just like, ugh. It's funny to look back at that when you're a kid, and a grown-ass man now, and just being like, oh, dude, what were you doing? Why were you? There's nothing out there to be afraid of. There's nobody out there. But I grew up in the age of the Freddy Kruegers and the Michael Myers and the Jasons and stuff. So yeah, imagination can run wild. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up, and we're gonna check out a little bit of the packaging, which looks pretty interesting, man. You got all kinds of weird crustacean-looking things. There's a look at Nemisis Enforcer right there, looking pretty gnarly. All kinds of cool textures and stuff. Number 140, so there you go, Cobra La. And here he is in the back, and there's Cobra Commander trapped in that little clamshell thing from like the cartoon movie. And here we go, man. It looks pretty freaking cool, pretty awesome. Everything that he comes with, and and he's got some pointy clawed feet. So there you go. Interesting. Oh, and it has the little icons. I guess he's super strong. He can fight. I guess, I don't know what that is. Maybe some kind of genetic type thing. And yeah, I don't know what the electricity thing stands for. Maybe he's got super powered. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, yeah, there's another cool picture of him on the side. Looks rad. Let's go ahead and get him open and check him out. Here he is. He's a bit under 7 inches, just like a smidge, or he might just be straight 7 inches. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Anyways, yeah, he looks pretty freaking rad. He stands up, and yeah, he comes with 2 fists with spiked knuckles. So there you go. That's cool. And he comes with swords to go in his scabbards, because the vintage figure never had anything to go in there. It just had these little scabbards or whatever. Those are just little things, jobbers hanging off of his thighs and stuff, his outer thighs. But yeah, he's got these weird looking, maybe organic sword type things. It's like kind of serrated right there. Maybe it's some giant insect's hind legs or something, like a giant grasshopper, and he just used it as like swords or something. I don't know, or some bones. I don't know. It's crazy. They're crazy looking. Very crazy looking. With some kind of thorn or claw type thing. Maybe like a thorn. I don't know. It's nuts. And he's got his tentacles. Looks like the vintage toy, which all bend, so that's freaking cool. They are bendy. And it pegs into his back, which this thing is almost like some kind of insectoid and some kind of bug. Maybe a bug thing. You can latch it onto Joes and stuff like that, so that's freaking cool. Yeah, hell yeah. And yeah, neat, man. Neat. Maybe it's something that just can like kind of I don't know, spawn off of them or something. I don't know. Maybe it's like a parasite. Yeah, because it just looks like a bug. Because I always wondered about that, the vintage toy. It's like, oh, he's got these weird tentacles you can put instead of the demon wings. And yeah, like I said, this was one of those figures back in the day. I was just like, oh, this guy's awesome. He's wacky, he's weird, not really like all the other G.I. Joes, but they look cool. And, you know, you gotta love demon wings or bat wings on a figure. Got it. Anyways, yeah, let's take a closer look at Nemisis Portrait himself. Not bad, man. He's actually has eyes. His eyes are kind of weird, man. That's nuts, man. He does have eyes. So that's freaking cool. A lot of nice detail. I'm not a big fan of these drop-down hips, man, on these Joes. I'm just not. Scabbard, his boots. These clawed feet with all kinds of detail in the sculpt, man. All kinds. That's nuts, man. A lot of details going on. His forearms. These gauntlet type thingies. That's crazy. Just all like crustaceous or whatever, man. Just weird. Very cool though. Kind of leathery skin. He's like a bug man. It's like a bug and a, I don't know, and like a, it's like a hybrid of just so many different things. Let's see what these wings, these little pauldrons, these little weird, it's all just weird, man. It's all this weird stuff. But yeah, it's even weirder now that you just got this as a big fig, you know. And let's see, these should be hinges right there, and they swivel, the wings right there. So you got that, and they are butterflied somewhat, so that's cool. So they can move up, move back and forth, swivel all about. And there's a hinge right there. No swivel, but there is a hinge. And look, there's even like, yeah, hands and stuff, and like arms. It's like a hand, and then yeah, that's weird, man. This is so freaky. And they're semi-translucent too, if you can tell. So yeah, that is freaking cool. Freaking amazing, man. And they peg out, so yeah. Wish it would have had a longer peg with this. It would make more sense. But you can just go back in, so there you go. That's freaking nuts, man. Freaking nuts. And then I guess you can bend them all the way. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. Kind of freaking crazy. That's nutballs. All right, go ahead and take this off and just look at all those articulations. So his arms go out. He's got these pauldron thingies. Swivel, shoulder, bicep, double elbows. Man, these are kind of tight. Definitely probably want to, yep, there you go. Double elbows. Kind of be hindered a little bit, but there you go. There, we got it. So there you go. Probably want to heat that up too. And you got a up and down hinge and a swivel at the hand. See midriff. Can rotate pretty good. Waist also. No ab crunch really. His legs go out like a split almost. Drop down hips, and we got double knees. So that's freaking cool. I like that right there. Just look like almost like bug feet, man, or bug legs. That's freaking cool. And his scabbards and stuff. So yeah, freaking interesting dude, man. Fucking crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, that's nuts, man. That's nuts. And yeah, so I think we're not going to worry about putting fists on, but definitely want to get him more accessorized, get his out the swords and his little tentacle parasite. Have him standing next to Storm Shadow's version 2. So yeah, he's a lot taller than Storm Shadow. So there you go, man. There you go. He's all posed up a bit. Yeah, I like him, man. He's cool. Is he perfect? No. but he's still pretty cool. It's what it's what you make of him. And yeah, I like it. I think it's rad. I think he's big and chunky, and the sculpting's really good. And I've got him in a stance like this, some kind of battle stance. I love the little tentacle parasite, whatever bug thing that you can attach to his back. That's freaking awesome. And yeah, it's got suction cups too. If you look closely enough or whatever, yeah, there's little suction cups and stuff. And I realized I got lost in the leg articulation with this guy, big time, just because I don't know. It's just he's got so much going on with the sculpt, man. You kind of lose, you kind of lose sight of all the random, boring stuff you kind of humdrum over on a lot of videos. But uh, but yeah, man, I really like this figure. It's cool. He's really, really cool. I mean, I wish some of the joints on these could be a little bit tighter, but it is what it is, man. It's a freaking child's toy. But other than that, man, yeah, because there's no thigh cut and there's no boot cut or nothing like that. But he's not a regular human being or humanoid. He's some kind of creature man, you know. But other than that, he looks cool, man. Translates well. So yeah, in the classified series, so that's freaking awesome. And he's huge, man. He's big chungus, man. So yeah, that's freaking cool. That's freaking bad, man. I like him, man. He's cool. He's cool in my book, man. I wish I was at my mother-in-law's house because I could go out in the yard and take some cool pictures, because that's kind of where he needs to be, in that kind of vegetatious or like kind of you know, that kind of vegetation or whatever. Because I sound like a vegetable right now. Anyways, once again, yeah, thanks for watching, y'all, and yeah, have a good one. All right, later.